Hello, beautiful souls. With Termador here with Soul Healing Tribe, and today I want to talk to you about the dream regression technique, dreams, nightmare, and trance regression. So, for those that are doing psychedelics or sacred plant medicine integration, this technique may be really good for you to learn because it's going to give you very advanced tools to guide your clients to experience the release and healing in a much more efficient way. So, what the person needs the most in order to feel better, more connected, happier here right now. So it's very advanced technique. Not only you will learn the basic stuff, this technique, we're also going to spend a very significant time dealing with how to interview the spirit guides so that we know that we can trust them, that they are authentic, that they're not fake spirit guides, that they're not trickster spirits. And this happens a lot in even in regression. If the person doesn't know, if your practitioner doesn't know how to help you interview those clients under hypnosis or regression. And this is going to be the second cohort. The first cohort just finished their training. So this second cohort is going to be a 72 hours program. It's going to be much more intensive so that we can really dive deep into every single experience so that by the time you're done, you really know how to guide someone, no matter what the situation is, that you can feel confident about what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how is it affecting your client. So if you want to learn more, just click down below and hopefully I'll see you in the training. Thank you.
I entered this course more to become educated a little bit more on the process for my children. And, I feel like it's something that comes somewhat natural for me, but it kind of, I feel still a little like torn about that. Yeah, because this kind of opened up something that I could see it helping with my children and potentially other children. Yeah, we'll see where the journey takes.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. It was a great experience. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad you liked it. MJ?
I feel like the program was a great experience. There is no question for me just the amount of feelings that I felt like working with each one of you guys and actually projecting what I felt and tracing it back to like different traumas, different experiences in the dreams has been terrifying yet rewarding. And it's just a beautiful experience because ultimately I feel great now, despite, the tears and everything. All that has to happen for me to be in a position I am now. Now, the one thing that I have learned is that there's so much material to learn that during a crisis, I find myself wanting to jump back to traditional counseling.
Jump into where?
Traditional counseling techniques. And I'm like, that's not the protocol. So I would love to continue to practice with you guys. I think just, the more I do it, the better I get. It's been a beautiful experience.
Yeah. Yeah, this is something that you have to practice. It doesn't matter how many times you read the protocol until you're in there and oh, shoot, when this come up, I need to know this, right? Then you pay more attention. But if you're just reading, you're too passive. You have to get in there and really make a lot of mistakes because otherwise we're not going to get it. Sherry?
The class for me I loved it. It was fun. It was interesting. And like everybody was saying, practice makes perfect because like my first practice session that I did with Hades, Victoria had to come in and rescue me. She had to she had to go do some stuff. And but as I kept going, and kept practicing with different people, I began to be more confident
I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. I mean, your job seems very easy from far away until we get to do it. And then we realize that if this, then do this, if that, then do that. And it's like, wait, how many protocols are we following here? So, yeah, but to me, it was very enlightening. My primary reason for joining was because I wanted to know more and learn more so that way I can understand my own process. But I think I got a lot more than that. So I appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think when we do this type of training, even if it's for personal development, our own sessions become much more deeper because we know how important it is to do some of the work that sometimes we don't think is as important. So it opens up to like, oh, wow, I didn't even think something so small could be affecting me in this huge way.
I just wanted to say that I'm really grateful. I'm having a hard time talking, but I'm experiencing extreme gratitude to you, Victoria, and to all of you. It's eye-opening isn't enough. It's like soul-opening. So I'm just gonna say that I'm very grateful and thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you for sharing that and for sharing your energy with all of us. Yeah.
Would it be possible, if everyone's open to it, I mean, I know I have mostly everyone's number, but because I'm open, like, obviously, to practice and to continue to help evolve each other's practice, even if it's something that is as simple as, you know, hey, I had a dream last night. Does anyone want to be the practitioner? And then we'll exchange, you know, and we can do it on different days or something. Because I know that's a big part of it. You know, I feel comfortable with everyone here. Obviously, you know, we've helped each other grow and evolve together and release what we needed to release at this time and that we were ready. And it's only just the beginning. Well, with my son, who's the one that suffers from chronic headache since he was 2 and nosebleeds recently more often, and I was really concerned. It turns out that he had a dream. It was more of he didn't think it was a nightmare because he suffers from nightmares too. And his dreams was all about lizards. And he was the father, and he had 2 that he had raised since birth. And how in his dream he went, and it was the moon, but the moon was hollow, and all these lizards, the lizard family was inside, and he fought off all these humans to get to this dome. And he, on top of it, had to press the buzzer, and it opened up, and he released all of the lizards, and everyone was happy and all this. And I was like, holy crap! Sorry, my daughter. I'm on the call. So automatically I went into okay, well, let's talk about this and all this, and then it went from he was the dad because he had raised him since he was little to he remembers now that every time he's had a headaches and a nosebleed, he's seen the head of a lizard. So and so all of a sudden it went to basically releasement. And then when he did not, we called the angels, we did all this stuff, and then when he did not want to release, because he felt like he was the dad for these ones, and he didn't see it, and like he was like, okay. And it was like Saturday morning. I said, Victoria, I need your help. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I was like, she's seeing reptilian.
She did amazing, by the way, for a first time to experience that.
It was a relief because I knew there was something going on with my son. No the CAT scans, all that stuff, there was nothing that was showing, but constant headaches, constant fear. So since then we released, it was Jim and Tim, I think, the two reptilians. He went in and did he had two entities on him, released those. He was so attached to me the next 2 days, and this is a 10-year-old. He did not want me to go to work, flying like attached, where I was like, whoa. Anyway, you said nothing.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
But Omar was the best. He cried, he released a lot of energy from his sister, and it wasn't a nightmare. And I was like, it doesn't need to be a nightmare. We can do a dream. It was 7 in the morning, and I was like, if you want to do it, we can do it. He's like, well, it's either now or never. I was like, okay. I was like, let's do it. So it was good. It was good.
Good. I'm glad you got all of that practice. And
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Had a
Yes.
practice session with Holly. It was absolutely incredible. We released some things, both of us. I think the best thing that I can describe is that, to your point, Victoria, you say we got to just do this and do it and do it. And I wasn't afraid to be the practitioner or the client. Like I was like, no, and then I quickly just looked at one note and I was like, yeah, okay, that's where it's going. And it's kind of like the spirit, like you said, the spirit leads you, the person's spirit leads you, but then you also get to like trust in yourself.
Yeah.
And I really, really felt that. And we were on the phone for 3.5 hours. Like it was incredible. And neither of us could kind of believe it, because it's one thing to do it in class and we've been practicing, but it was a week after, like, let's just see what's up. And we both really got into some deep, deep things. And since then I've been feeling really good. And Holly and I checked in today and she said she's been feeling really good too. So I just wanted to share that, like, it's true. Like the more we practice, the more you trust in yourself. Like it's almost as if the path starts to show up is the best way to put it, which was really, really nice. Allowed it to happen and it was great.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and I think something else that we kind of both figured out, being a practitioner and a patient, so when we were having our session, was that we both realized, like the end after mine, whatever was going to come up was going to come up. So I needed the womb regression. We didn't know that at the start, because I even was going to go with a totally different dream that was like something else, and I just picked something really personal and intimate to me. And I don't remember if I said this or I was saying it to myself. I'm like, I don't know if this is going to be a womb regression or inner child, because obviously, and you guys are going to start to see, like, I know for me, I was starting to see where it is. Just like when you're listening to the other person, you're starting to go, oh, wait a minute. I think we need to go to the womb, or I think we need to go inner child, or I think I need to do a body scan, whatever. So that was the really cool thing, because, there is that part where we're questioning ourselves as a practitioner. Oh, I don't know what to say. What would Victoria say? I'm fumbling through my notes. But just for me, being in the position and being on the other end, I was learning, and Natalie was learning, like, whatever you said was perfect. Whatever she said was perfect, because I was still gonna end up going to the womb. And that was just kind of like a beautiful realization for us too, because we just realized, like, hey, just trust the process. It's like happening. And we really felt, I think we felt like touched and honored, like, to get healing for ourselves. I mean, when you sign up for the training and you think, okay, I'm going to learn how to do this, and I'm going to get the script, and but what it's actually done is like stimulated us to like release all this stuff. And that is the most beautiful part of it, because the more we work with each person or watch the video, or, that's something too, because I've listened to quite a few of the sessions as well. It's like, now I know what to do with a womb thing, because she walked me through one that was beautiful. It may not have been exactly the script, but it was damn good, and I had a whole experience, and it was like, I'm so happy. Crying. My eyes were like wet the whole time. It was like, it was insane.
Beautiful.
And same with that, with the ET attachments. I mean, I guess that's what I'm learning, but what we're all learning, because as I'm working with you guys, I'm seeing too, as I also work with Shari, and one of my kids, like I'm seeing that we're starting to learn, and to learn to like sit back and listen and like allow it to happen. And I think that that's, the magic of gathering with the intention like this to do the training. It's great.
Yeah, I think so. And from the trainings, which is why we do the practice, so that we can also feel what it feels like to be the client, so that we can also work on ourselves. Because when we really enjoy those sessions, even when it's hard, we are also learning how to time the client so that we don't rush them through the experience. Because sometimes just one more second and they can go through a major breakthrough. Or if we're rushing, we might take them out of the experience completely.